Cowboy Nation, really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for tuning in to the Nation. Really do, man. We're going to talk about the Jaylon Smith. Cowboys are already in negotiation phase with Jaylon Smith. It doesn't mean that they're going to leapfrog. Doesn't mean that they're going to leapfrog the Dak Prescott or the Ezekiel Elliott contracts. But what they're saying is that he's a valuable asset to your team, Jaylon Smith. And I'm thinking that they're looking at it from these parameters. Jaylon playing the Mike linebacker position is something special. He growing within his frame. So I like what I'm hearing with this. Yes, we live like 95, baby. Appreciate you guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you guys for being part of the Nation. All right, so far, Jaylon Smith contract, basically. 4-year contract, $6 million. That's what he's getting paid now. So what they're going to do is they're going to reevaluate the contract. They're going to look at and see how they can extend that and make some extensions and maybe get that man some more money. We already know that he missed out on tons, and I'm talking about tons of paper with that injury. And one can say it was a selfless move because he could have just said, I'm not going to play. I think it was a Rose Bowl or something like that. And it was against Ezekiel Elliott. He could have said, like, look, man, I'm just going to get ready and be prepared for to go to the NFL. So this will be his first time making money, real money, tangible things so that he can pay off them student loans, too. he might have a full ride somewhere, but he might want to get some money to pay off those student loans, Cowboy Nation. You guys know how that goes, right? Let me see if I can find any stats on Jaylon. 3 forced fumbles, 4 forced fumbles in his entire career, which is not bad. 5 sacks. Jaylon Smith have 5 sacks in his total career. Jaylon better get paid. Hey, he better get that paper, right? Yes. So when we start looking at Jaylon Smith overall production, man, you'll say, man, hey, it's only up to him on how and where and how much money. It may be $10 million a year. I'm trying to find his market value. They don't have his market value. They don't have his comparable value yet over here on Sports Track. So, did y'all see Jaylon Smith? He can play defensive edge, man. Look, he can play. He can play on the edge as well. He can clear eyes view. Jaylon can play on the edge. I really believe that Jaylon is one hell of a pass rusher too. I think I still got that video up. I'll post a link in the description. Well, I'll post a link in the comment sections once this video has been uploaded and once this video is finished going live, and we will look at some of the pass rushing ability of Jaylon. I think that he can do it all. It's just that he haven't had the opportunity to. They've been bubble wrapping him. They have a very careful eye on him and things of that nature. So I like what I'm hearing with the Jaylon Smith contract. You guys can only speculate how much money it will be. I'm looking at anywhere from $10 to maybe $11 million a year. And we still have room. We still have room to pay everybody, believe it or not, we do. We have a lot of room to pay everybody. And that's what I like to see, too. We have all of those abilities. If an NY stars Daniel Jones week 1, he'll get 7 times. He'll get sacked 7 times. They're not going to bench Eli. Eli is like I said it on my other stream. Eli is like, I want to say, Jason Witten of the quarterbacks. He never get injured. He stays upright, And, yes, clear eyes view. Cowboy Nation, I want to ask the people that's here watching, who is your favorite player on this Cowboys team? You can split it up where it's defensively, and you can split it up where it's offensively. Who? And Zeke, Deion Sanders. You said Zeke, okay? You guys give me some names. Because what I want to do is Dak Prescott and Jaylon Smith from Mark Holmes. Appreciate you. Mark Holmes, what's good, man? My brother from another mother, no other. like Byron Jones. Mark, this is what I want to know from you. When the next time you gonna be down here in Dallas so that you can get a hold of good old Barry so we can be talking to some of these players and do some shows together, live with the players. Yes. Living the dream being in Dallas. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, indeed. You know who the coolest guy, Mark? I want to try to squeeze and get on your show is, and I didn't think about it. I was looking at it from another angle when we was at the last event, and I should have did it this way. Some of the guys like Devin Smith, the Mike Whites of the worlds, the Cooper Rush, those guys, man. At the event, the previous event, nobody was talking to them, and they was really, really, really like sitting at the edge, like, "Hey, anybody want to talk to me?" And I think that the next event that I go to, or the next event we go to collectively, we can pull some of those guys, like the Daniel Ross, those guys, man, going to West Coast tonight. Want to join in? Okay. Oh, so you got West Coast Cowboys on tonight? Okay. What time? You go on at 8. What would happen here is once I get the little one settled down, it'll be like 8:30. I jump in late. Just keep the phone lines open for me, Mark, and we'll jump in. I'll jump in, and me and West Coast can talk because West Coast we got to really talk because we got Mama Hearns. And Alan Hearn's mom reached out to West Coast first. And see, this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the community. It's not about, and I want to explain to some of the people, it's not a versus match. A lot of people think that it's always Law versus Okoye, or Okoye versus Vach, or Vach versus Mark Holmes. No, this is one community. And what we do in this community is that we reach out for the undergrounds. Believe it or not, and I'm gonna say this, Mark, and I know you get a lot of people think that it's all about competition. But believe it or not, we're not just competing. And I know I want to keep this in-house, but we're not competing against ESPN and NFL Network. Now this thing has become crazy enough that and I don't want to really say it, but we are competing against Cowboys.com. And it hurts their number, it hurts their overall number, it hurts their overall budget, whatever, because we are underground guys. We speak authentic, we don't have any strongholds attached to us, and we try to work with everyone. But there's been situations and times where Cowboys.com said, "Hey, Law, you can't do this," or "Hey, such and such, you can't do this." And that's what we've been fighting with on other platforms. We've been doing this underground thing, and it's not us. This is not me. This is, promise you, this is not us smelling the roses and saying that we're high up there. But this that's the problem. That's the threshold that we are against. So we first and foremost love the Cowboys. We don't work for the Cowboys, so we don't have access to the NFL. But when we do somehow get players involved and we shoot and we have conversations with it and they not hearing it first, they get upset about it. So it's a growing community. I love it. I love it. Just like my guy Deion Sanders said, he loves Ezekiel Elliott. My main goal is, and I think Mark Holmes' main goal is, if you are not ever able to get close to Ezekiel Elliott, but we would like to get like a hat, a sweatband, you see what I'm saying? A tennis racket or anything, a jersey, and bring it back and being able to give it back to the community, you see? And I don't think, and we love Cowboys.com, and it's not Law versus Cowboys.com. We love them. They put out tons of information. The Brian Broaddus's of the world and the Derek Eagles and all those guys. We love them because we love their tiny gem. We love all what they do, and their content is like extremely 100% good. But what we like to do, opposed to them, is have call-in shows where you guys can voice your frustrations. or give you a shout out while we live. And I forgot to tell you, Mark Holmes, I forgot to tell you if you're still alive, yes, Dak Prescott still remembers Joe Boo, and he remembers the power of four. Those are the things we was able to lament to him and talk to him when we talked to him live at the show or at the last event. And yes, Sean Lee remembers Joe Boo. It's crazy. I got a picture of Sean Lee and Barry. He was like, let me introduce you to Sean Lee. And the first thing is that when you meet these players, you can say to yourself, I got this I got to say to him. I got this that I want to say to him. I want to say this about the player. But this is the thing. Players are humans too. So you can't just walk up to somebody and say, hey, Lyle, you got to kick out a little bit wider. You know, yeah, I'm not a coach. Lyle going to look at me like, man, who are you? You know, but when I got a chance to see Sean Lee, don't you know what the icebreaker was? Don't you know what the icebreaker was? Hi, man, I'm Law, man. You might have got a chance to meet this guy named Mark Holmes with the voodoo doll, Joe Boo. And the first thing that Sean Lee said, yeah, I know Joe Boo. That's See, Mark Holmes, no. Mark Holmes, no. It's not easy talking to these players, especially when you've been introduced and the first thing they say, well, what you do? And I don't want to say, well, I work for the U.S. government. I'm an analytical, I'm working in the analytical department, No. And I can't say, well, I'm a broadcast journalist because I don't have any license to broadcast or journalize. I can say I'm a YouTuber, and I said, hey, you might have met my boy, Joe Boo. And he said, yeah, I know Joe Boo. It's crazy, small world. I said, yes. And then we went on to proceed with the conversation. So when you guys are out there and you get a chance to see Sean Lee, and I know it's kind of crazy, you're talking about a doll, right? It's my boy, Joe Boo, but there's something tangible that they can recognize. And Dak Prescott knows it too. And that's just something that I would like to bring out. So Jaylon Smith, Cowboys are working out to extend a contract with Jaylon Smith. So far, right now, he got a 4-year contract. It was at the tail end of his 4-year contract, and he signed it for $6.5 million, which include a $2.9 million signing bonus. There's more money than I'll ever mention. Yes, Mark. You got it. Hey, I don't know if you like me, man, but I'm from a small town, country town, and that's the best way to name drop somebody to get a rapport. Because outside of that, I'm just, hey. When Barry introduced me, he said, he's Law Nation. And I couldn't say, hey, and remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. I said, hey, you know my guy, Joe Boo, right? But that's what you got to do. Got to name drop him, man. Got to name drop him. But it's a good icebreaker, man. And you got to figure out ways, Cowboy Nation. When we want to build this community where everybody knows us by our first and pretty much our YouTube names and being able to get out there, just like when Alan Hearns, when his mom's gonna have the book signing, you guys know I'm gonna mention like, hey, we know you be listening to the Cowboys.com, but check out my guy Mark Holmes page, or check out West Coast page, or check out Big Game James page. We be talking about Alan Hearns too, It's just all a love, man. And I call it hype, say it's hype or whatever, but I really think that we are the only sports content that's like this. I don't think Packer fans got this. I see the community a little bit with the Eagles trying to do it, but it's not really like they work together like that. The Redskins, I don't think that they have a community like this, but we got a community like this, baby. Like Mark is way over there on the East Coast, and West Coast Cowboy that's going to be on the show tonight with Mark is way on the West side. And I'm right here down in Dallas, and we just working all together. Botch is in Houston, of all places, and he's from the same small hometown as me, and we got some people that's from all over the globe. I mean, it's just crazy how we all work together and form together. You might have 1 or 2 people that get mad and upset, but overall, even the upset people that's mad and try to do their own stuff, we can throw them the Thanos line. Thanos line. Your failures brought you back to me. You know, Thanos. Yes, indeed. My little daughter was crunk because let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something, man. Let me show y'all something. My little daughter was crunk about this. Yeah, got screwed at the house. I didn't get a chance to clean up. But we've been collecting these little things. And I'm gonna pan around. See if I can plan around. There we go. Oh, this best creamer to put in your coffee. Look who we got. Look who we got. Look who we got. I'm gonna go slowly. I'm gonna go slowly. Surprise. Y'all know who it is. This is Iron Man. That's my girl right there, Black Widow. I forgot her name, but you know who she is. And we also have the little rat thing right here. And we got the War Machine. We just picked up this boy right here. I forgot his name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. This guy, I mean, he can shoot arrows and stuff like that and hit anything, hit any target. And then my daughter was so happy that she got a chance to get Ant-Man. That's cool. But you know what? We even got the alternate special edition of this girl right here, Black Widow. And I know there's not football content, but you guys know when you start collecting these things, man, it gets crazy. But yesterday, we had got the special prize. Your failures brought you back to me, right? We went and got this dude, man. Y'all see him? We done got Thanos in his bed. Got Thanos in his thing, baby. Special edition, baby. Look. He even got the little blade and everything, man. Yeah, so she was proud and excited about it, man. But that shows you, man. It's good. It's good. Thanos, man. Thanos and his thing. So that's special edition. We missing the Hulk, and we missing the Hulk, and we missing the what's the little tree stump thing? Little tree stump. I think his name is Groot. Rocket. That's his name. Rocket. Appreciate you, man. Rocket. And what's his name right here? What's his dude name with the they can shoot everything? His name at the tip of my tongue. He need him an own show. Swaggy D, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Anybody knows this guy's name right here? Hawkeye, yes, man. Yeah, Pale Moon, man. Appreciate you, man. Hawkeye, kill shot. I about to say kill shot, but that's somebody else, right? But that Hawkeye, man. So I'm missing. They don't have a Gamora. That's crazy. They should have had a Gamora. But oh, what's her name? What's her name? Say my name. Say my name. What's her name right here? What's her name right here? Nebula. Okay, man, y'all on it, man. All right, so Nebula. So they don't have Gamora, but I'm waiting for Black Panther and the tree stump dude, and that'll be all of them. And yes, and the Blue Man Group, Nebula. Yeah. Yes. So appreciate you, Cowboy Nation, man. This is what it's all about, the community, man. And hopefully down the line, my Cowboys family, they get a chance to come out to one of the games. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for always tuning in and being part of the mix. Boy, that would be crazy, like what Mark Holmes was talking about, getting it like this big old ESPN type of platform and finding these sponsors. And maybe, just maybe, it could be like during Thanksgiving weekend, or it can be like the first game of the year, where it's that Saturday, if the weather permits, we have like this ESPN stage. We get about like 6 or 7 players to come on out to the event. We at this round table, we got our mics, then we have somebody in the audience live mic this thing up. We be answering questions. We have it live like 95, and that way it'll be all on one network. Man, it's kind of like Tupac. It's kind of like Tupac when he said, man, we need a spot where we can kick it, a spot where we belong. You know what I'm saying? Tired of getting chased by YouTube and arrested and been put in YouTube jail. We need a spot where we can kick it. You know what I mean? Instead of Thug Mansion, it'd be like Cowboys Mansion or something, you know, spot where we belong. You know, my Cowboys family, or we have West Coast Cowboy fam, West Coast and scouting pros, and we have everybody together, man. That'll be nice. And then we have Voch doing his thing, his comical thing, talking about the players, talking about Joe Looney's beard. That would be nice. Or just what we would do. We'll have, I'll go buy like a little chalkboard, like a dry eraser board, right? We'll put Voch Lombardi on the stage with a dry eraser board. We'll have Mark Holmes and Joe Boo on one side, and then we have my Cowboys family and on another side, and it'll just be like a big, massive pep rally, and we'll spread the players out. You know what? You got me an idea, and I'm gonna mention this to Barry, which is a great idea. Woo! Now you guys got me thinking. All right, normally it'll be like 3 to 4 players at these events, right? How about this? Think about this. Just hear me out. We have, and then we have, of course, we have the former player, the former original 88. He's going to be in the mix, and Lincoln Coleman. So we'll have him hosting the deal, right, with the microphone. But at each table, we'll have a current Cowboy player at the table. So at my Cowboys family table, they will have Michael Gallup, and at Mark Holmes' table, we'll have Travis Frederick. And then at my table, we'll have maybe Amari Cooper or Alan Hearns. And it'll be set up in like an octagon way or like a round table way. And where Voch will be at, you just have him sitting up there talking to Joe Looney, because Joe Looney's a funny character. That'll be off the chain. Think about it, Cowboy Nation. Ooh, that'll be nice, boy. That's gonna be nice. That would be fantastic for my Cowboys family. Yes. And then think about it. People will come in, and if you mention the shows or you mention that you found it from the website, we'll take out $5 or $6 for you guys to enter in. And then the ticket price and then this sort of thing, it'll still be from the same time frames. But it would just be a way where you guys can have one-on-one encounters, the people that's live, opposed to the people, that's physically there, that they can have the one-on-one encounters. And then on top of that, people that's physically there, they can have the full interactions. I'm gonna pitch that to Barry. I'll let you guys know how that go. We might not can have it like on the lower level. We might have to have it upstairs on the stage just in case you get one crazy fan. But we'll figure this thing out, man. It will be nice. Dallas Cowboys Network. This is the thing. When we formulate this thing, we can only use Dallas or we can only use Cowboys. We can't use Dallas Cowboys Network. There's trademark issues and things like that. And I'm gonna let you guys know, when we have these events, we as Undergrounds, we can't use the star logo because of the trademark and copyright infringement. So there's a lot of things that we're gonna have to talk about like that. Yep. So we could probably, and you probably can't even use Cowboys Network. You probably can't. You say cowboy without the S. But you guys know there's ways to work things around as it relates to dealing with copyrights and publishing rights. I'm learning. There's copyrights, there's publishing rights, and there's composers' rights. So there's a lot of things that goes into a full basket of things, But this is how the world is. Everybody want money. Everybody want to make money, and that's the hard thing. But having fun is on the back burner when you start talking about money, right? Remember, when YouTube first started off, it was just people uploading anything. It wasn't about censorship. It wasn't about, hey, you talking about the lower man or big man. But what happened was these big companies, and I'm going to say this before I go. These big companies, bigger companies was like, you know what? I could be on YouTube making some money too. And first, YouTube was all about the small people. But then the big companies came in, like the ESPN, Walt Disney's, and people started uploading full clip movies and stuff like that, and Warner Brothers. My thing keep falling off. And Warner Brothers and all this stuff came about, and all those things derailed a lot of stuff, man. So when you start talking about money, people want to know how to make more money, and that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. Let me see. I done broke my stand. Here we go. But it is what it is. All we can do is stay positive, continue to be focused, and everything else will come into play. But I'm so excited about Jaylon Smith's opportunity to make more money. Speaking of money, and I'm excited about this team going into the 2019 season. I'm naming it right now. Cowboys correlations. Correlations. Okay. Or since it's already got an LLC, and since we already working under the umbrella, and we already promoting, pushing this thing out, pushing the product out, and they already have favor with some of the Cowboys. Cowboys experience. We all work together. We all join together. We formed this massive. You like the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys. Matter of fact, I just lied. You love the Cowboys. I love the Cowboys. Why not? We put everything together, and I trust me. Barry is a guy that honors the hard-working spirit of a man. I never asked him for $1, but if we all go formulate and work behind Barry under Cowboys experience, think about that. Just think about that. Already got the experience. He already got the time, and that would work. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share this content if you like my information. And we can get things going one way or another. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Let's go. And shout out to Cowboys family. And shout out to the DallasCowboys.com. Each and every last one of them. I appreciate their hard work and love and adulations. Salute. Peace. I'm out.